Hi everybody, new video. So I want you to pay real attention to this video because this might just change your trading, okay? Okay, so before I start the video, as you guys asked, let me show you the active promotions. So the 91% off of option 1 account, which will give you the 15 bucks option 1 account. Like it had been extended to the till the 19th, okay? So take your cheap accounts, practice. Take profit trader promo has been extended as well, but they can stop it anytime soon. Okay, so I don't know why they didn't end it yesterday, to be honest. But yeah, take advantage while it is still possible to get accounts with it. Okay, so Tick Trader will get you 35% off, and Tradeify, they came back with the 30% off of trades to funded and a 50% off growth and advanced. You will find links in the first pinned comment, okay? So you won't have to do much. Just click on the link tree and you'll find everything really easy to get, okay? So let's go back to our review, okay? So I've opened charts at 11, okay? I saw that we are in this zone, in this range, okay? So I zoomed out, right? And I saw that actually before starting to trade, we were pretty much bullish or bearish, sorry, okay? So price reacted to this zone, okay? And came down, okay? So when it came down, we just decided to range in this, okay? So here they created this bullish zone, but I didn't take it. Why? Because if you look at ES, let me show you. So if you look at ES, sorry guys, let me get the candles. How can I get? Okay. So if you look at ES never took this high, okay? But what it did is SMT here, okay? So SMT at the highs, we inverse this FVG. All of these FVGs, we got them inversed, okay? We create a breaker, okay? Are you crazy? Like go and counter this, right? So you're not crazy, you're not taking something like that. Sorry for the noise if you heard any noise, that was my daughter. Okay, so this breaker, right, with SMG sets projections to -4 here, okay? So you're not dumb trying to long this, right? Because we are bearish, okay? And we were clearly attacking. Let me show you guys how I get my bias, okay? So last daily candle closed under this candle, okay? The previous candle, right? So this was a close, okay? So by design, I want this new daily candle to open high and then close, okay? Which is exactly what happened, right? So if you go, or if we go to the 15-minute, the candle opened faked low, then high, right? Then we broke this breaker, okay? So the 15-minute actually tells us the story. We broke this 15-minute zone, we go back to mitigate its 50%, and and this beautiful order block in here. Then we go down, okay? So you're not crazy going long here, all right? You're not, you're not, you're not. Okay, please, please. Or if you wanted to go long, just wait for something to break. Just wait for IFVG or some confirmation in here, okay? If not, don't try to play the genius, okay? Now, we had this beautiful lows, okay? Look at this. All right. And this is a question I got before taking my trade, okay? So we got this beautiful lows, right? If you can see, right? So Nasdaq swept the lows. ES never swept the low, okay? So now I'm paying attention for bullishness, okay? Lower time frame. Then what happened as well? This accumulation after sweeping that low, but what happened as well is this SMT lower time frame, okay? Now I'm pretty bullish, okay? So now I know that at least we are retracing a bit, okay? Now what I do? So normally aggressive, if you wanted to play if you wanted to play it aggressive, you want to wait for this fair value gap that gave this retracement. So this is a valid fair value gap that worked at least once or 3 times maybe, okay? We wait for price to close above it so it can use it as a support, right? Now price closed above it, okay? Then it retraced to a discount fair value gap here, okay? Then we broke structure, okay? And we also swept this low, creating now this valid leg for me to trade, okay? Now what I did before, okay? Look at this. See these lows, right? See these lows on ES, okay? So this is bullish, okay? This is bullish. This tells me, right? If you are trading ES, this low will be protected. If you are trading Nasdaq, this low will be protected, right? This one, okay? This one, all right? So having this in mind, was playing in the 13 second, okay? All right, okay? Now, I saw that both ES and Nasdaq took this high, which is bullish, right? So if ES didn't take this high, then I would be fearful because it might be a reversal, okay? Because Nasdaq actually, or ES never took these highs before this, while Nasdaq was already playing above, okay? Now, we told that this is the protected low, right? With SMT, everything you know, this is a protected low, okay? So if we are bullish, this should stay intact, okay? Right, so we confirm the zone and we do something I really like to see before a 50% mitigation, okay? Which is 1, right? This is not SBS, by the way. This is something completely different I found. This is a signature that keeps repeating. And I wanted to share it with you guys today, okay? It's maybe the 3 drives pattern, right? This is how I like to call it. But this is not the real tree drive that will give a reversal. This will just act as a fake high to be taken after. Okay, because there is like some traders that trades the three Indians pattern. I know it's racist, but they call it like that. And they usually short when we break structure after the third high. Okay, so this is all set up for them, right? Here they will be happy. Here they will be fearful a little bit. Then they will be happy again. Then we kill them. Look at the speed. Okay. All right. So what I do is, right, I was pretty lazy. I just put my limit at this 50%, stops under the protected low, and took my 1-to-1. Okay. So I took the screenshot when price made it here. So when price made it here, I just went break even. Okay. Because price is pretty volatile, and like this is like 24 points. I didn't want price to go after me. Okay. Right. Okay. Now something very important. Okay. So we close. This was the trade in the only trade I took, by the way. Okay. Now let me show you how it happened after. So here we closed. Okay. We created a valid zone. Okay. I didn't take this zone. Why? Because number one, we were just mitigating, right? It was the first time we touched this hourly FVG. Okay, it was the first touch, and the first touch usually will give a very hard retracement. Okay, so I never, right? So it was the touch of the 50%. So I didn't want to play against it because sometimes we can just go and give another low, right? Remember, first imbalance, give a new low. Okay, so this was not a trade you should have taken, especially here. You can watch. We actually swept this high, inverse those FVGs, we sting back, and then we start attacking lows. Okay, so in this leg there was only one low, right? There was no other liquidity than this low. So price will usually take two lows, right? So they attack this external low, right? If you took this loss, I know it was really uncalled for. They just wanted to make sure nobody's longing with them, right? So pretty unfortunate loss. But knowing that this low was the last protected low, right? Knowing that we never closed, right? Now, let me introduce to you a new setup, okay? Or now I want you to pay attention with me, guys, because this can be the setup you will start using, okay? I call this setup, like playing with my daughter, I call it the beesting, okay? So the beesting, okay? What's the beesting? Let me show you. So we wick under a valid low, right? It was also 1 minute valid low, okay? So we wick and we can also close, I don't care, but the order flow must be bullish, okay? All right. So two things I demand. Number one, SMT, right? So ES didn't take this low, right? While Nasdaq took this. That's number one, right? Let me type it. Number one, order flow. So we can see that order flow is bullish, okay? Number two, SMT with yes, right? So one of them should take a liquidity while the other will not, right? Okay. Number three, lower time frame, IFVG. Okay, now let me show you. So 30 second, okay? We need to actually look for a leg that took the liquidity for the asset that took the liquidity, okay? We need to look for the leg and it need to have one FVG, one clear FVG. When it's not clear, just stay away, right? It has to be this, like clear manipulation, right? By the way, this is a CRT setup in the lower time frame, okay? So this is the CRT range candle. We accumulate, manipulate its low without closing under, all at a old low, right? So this candle exploded up, right? So when it's exploded up, they came back to now this created a balanced price range. Price just touch it and you target the highs. Okay, so that's the beesting setup for you guys, right? It has crazy RR, right? And uh, if you know stuff better, I would say you can do crazy stuff like that. Let me show you. Okay, so that's our manipulation leg. Okay, body to body. Where did price close? Here, right? Now, let me talk to you more about projections, okay? So price will usually, we have this manipulation leg, okay? Once we have internal dynamics leading to this move, right? So number one, okay? Number one, we have an order block. We have liquidity, the candle that swept liquidity. Once we close above, it becomes our order block, okay? So number two, IFVG. So we have this IFVG down. We close above, we have the IFVG. Number three, okay? We have the breaker, this leg. Once we close above here, we retest it, it should act as support. So if you missed the order block, IFVG, then we close above, we have the breaker. What can I do for you, man? Okay? Now, you need to know stuff, okay? So sometimes it won't be this clean, okay? Sometimes price will react at the breaker, go to the minus 1.5 and look for discount again. It will sweep all of this liquidity before moving, okay? And then they will reach the 4 or the minus 3.5. You need to backtest this, guys, because you need to know what's happening from time to time. Sometimes it's the 2 minus 2.5 that will be responsible of breaking or taking price back to this discount, okay? But when or once we close above the minus 2.5, this calls for the minus 3.5, okay? So this should be just a wick for it to bring price back, okay? Okay, so if you traded knowing stuff I teach you guys for free, right? If you traded knowing what you do, let's say You waited for the breaker. You took the breaker. Okay. Brought it. Right? So that's a 3R trade. Okay. But if you traded now the beesting, waited for the close above this IFVG to get inverted. Okay. This is a 5R trade. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, right? And I will tell, or I will talk to you more about the beasting setup. Okay. There is more stuff to it because you can find it everywhere. Okay. So let us see again if we can find it somewhere else. Okay. Look at this. So here at the lows, ES took everything. Nasdaq didn't. Okay. Then price started flying, right? Was there an IFVG here? Not in this time frame, okay? But in the, I remember thinking about taking this trade, okay? So we had this tiny little IFVG here, right? I was thinking about taking this trade, but yeah, we had this, right? So I had two chances to enter. Let's call it 3 chances to enter, but I didn't enter. Why? Because I missed this and I was pretty disappointed and just left everything happen. Should have been a free trade, breaking price to break even and letting it fly. Okay? But I'm still working on my psychology as well, just like you guys. Not perfect. We're all humans. And we should accept our, to call them, our personality maybe. Okay. All right. So that's all for the sauce today. Okay. I hope you guys will enjoy this, right? And I really, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to look at this new beasting setup. Okay. Please consider backtesting this. Okay. All right. Okay, guys, that's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any futures update. And if you want to dive deeper into the Moneymaker setup, check out the playlist that will pop up in the end screen. It's packed with everything you need to get started. Remember, everything I do is free, including our thriving Discord community. Join us and let's keep growing together. Ciao, ciao.